take a look at the starting lineups. I don't believe they're going to announce them, and I don't believe we have a national anthem coming. But starting for Kearsarge tonight, for Coach Nathan Gamp, they come into the game at 9-3. Sam Carl, a 6-foot junior. George Alla, a 6'3 junior. Nolan Grant, a 5'11 senior. One of the tri-captains, and the other two tri-captains, Adrian McCarthy, a junior, will also be starting, and Chris Stanchfield, a junior at 6'1". So those are the starters for the Cougars. And for the Hawks, it'll be Mike Overheim, a senior at 5'10". Owen Milchick, a senior at 6'4". Quinn Whitehead, a junior at 6'1". John Jacobson, a sophomore at 6'1". And Brendan Elrick, a junior at 6'8". And with that, we are about ready for what should be an outstanding Division III basketball game and what has developed into a pretty nice rivalry. The JVs from Hopkinton winning earlier tonight, 43-24, led by Abram Standifer's 14 points. And as we have mentioned a bunch of times, there are no jump balls due to COVID, so they'll just inbound it. George Jalla will do the honors. And we're underway at the Erie into Sam Carl. Hopkinton likes to play that man-to-man. And both teams are capable of throwing up the three ball. So if one team is hotter than the other from three-point land, that could be a big difference. Interesting to watch George Jalla and Brendan Elrick do battle. Moving it quickly. Carl had a notion. Dishes it off, left corner. Nice pass underneath, batted around, recovered by Carl. And they swing it out again. I like to move the ball very quickly. Jalla. And it's out off Kearsarge. It'll come to Hopkinton. Say hello to all the fans watching out in Cougar country, as well as the Hawk fans here. Mike Oberheim. That's Jacobson. Everybody's touched the ball once. Elrick from the foul line. The 6'8" junior gets his first points of the night. And we are just underway here if you're joining us from Hopkinton High School. So Carl out to McCarthy. Carl with it. Picked up by Milchick. Elrick, the 6'8" out front. Carl into the paint. Nice dish. 2 points. George Jalla ties it up early. A rowdy bunch on that Kearsarge bench, shouting defense, defense. We don't have a crowd, so we'll find a way to get the team going. Shot missed by Jacobson. All down by the Cougars, moving it quickly. That's behind the back pass to Jalla. A little razzle-dazzle there. Stanchfield. Front iron. Elrick with the ball. Jacobson pushing it. Milchick. Neither team afraid to toss up the three. Oberheim. Hopkinton will play at least one more game here for these seniors. Into the paint. And it gets the roll. Quinn Whitehead. Carl, just a junior for this Kearsarge program. Nolan Grant motioning Jalla to give him a screen. Jalla's got Elrick on him. That'll be a great matchup tonight. Stanchfield. Set down. McCarthy had a notion. Jalla off the glass. He's a guy you can't leave alone under there, that's for sure. George Jalla, 6'3" junior. Jalla and Elrick will go at it again next year. Turn around. Elrick puts it back. Both Elrick and George Jalla, each with 4 points. They'll be battling all night. This is Sammy Carl, picked up by Milrick. Grant, Jala, trying to use his quickness against Elric. Drops it back to Grant. Grant covered by Milchek, by Whitehead. This is Carl. Out to McCarthy. Air ball. Saved, but it goes right to Milchek. Jala tried to make the save. Hawks back quickly. Batted around. Elric puts it up. He is fouled. And will go to the line for two. That'll be on Stansfield. His first, of course. Connor Pillsbury checks in. And Adrian McCarthy getting a break. Elric with one more. And he gets the hometown roll. I'd have to get a good offensive night out of Elric tonight against this Kearsarge team. Carl on the dribble. Picked up by Milchek. Stansfield. He's got Jacobson on him. Stansfield wanted baseline, not there. Good man-to-man defense, a little behind the back, nearly picked out by Whitehead. Here's a shot from up top. Three-pointer. Nolan Grant. 1 point lead for Kearsarge. It's going to go like this back and forth all night, you think? Jacobson and Whitehead out front. Whitehead lofts it into Elric. And Brennan is fouled down there. And very slow in getting up was Stansfield. That's on Stansfield. That's his second. Team second. That'll send Elric to the line for two. Brendan now 2 for 3. Looks like Stansfield back to the bench after a brief visit for some, looks like maybe some ice. Rebound quickly picked up by Flanders. Timmy Flanders into the game now for Kearsarge. Carl out front. Double team quickly by Oberheim and Milchek. Got it away. Again, it's a trap along the sideline and picked off by Milchek. And taken right back by Carl. In the corner for Pillsbury. And a travel. 7-7. These two teams are going at each other. This is a great game. 3:12 to go. John Jacobson. Whitehead. Milchek. Taken down by Nolan Grant. Did he save it? He does. Jala's got it. Cougars bring it. This is Carl. And a notion on a three. Connor Pillsbury. Just left of the key. Up top to Grant. In the corner to Flanders. Up top it goes. Quickly to Carl. Drives the lane. Carl, and he is fouled by Milchek on the floor. I believe that's before the shot. That's number 1 on Milchek. It is not a shooting foul. Pillsbury on the inbound, kicks it way up top to Carl. Carl looking to drive, wasn't there. This is Pillsbury. George Jala working on Elric. Out to Pillsbury. Elric on the board. Off to Jacobson. Hawks pushing it quickly. Jacobson dishes it off. Good defense getting back. Connor Pillsbury got a hand on it. We're tied with 2:11 to go in the period. 7-7. George Jala on the inbounds. Carl, your quarterback. Carl's got Milchick on him, picks up the screen. Looking for some sort of a pick and roll. Jala. Elrich's on him. And Carl. Pillsbury. Jala. He'll go into the corner with it. There's an open shot. Front iron for Grant. Hawks control. Minute 35 to go in the period. All the action coming to you from the Hawks Nest at Hopkinton High School. Brendan Elrich goes baseline on Jala. Doesn't get the drop. Knocked out. Good save by Grant. Carl brings it down. He'll take it to the hole. Into the paint. Jala. No call there. I thought there would either be a charge or a foul when something like that happens, but reverse layup, no good by Whitehead. Back and forth we go. Jala on the board, off to Carl. Under a minute. Pillsbury. And we have a blocking foul. That's on Michael Oberheim. That's his first. Team second. Tom Hoffman into the game. Eli Standifer into the game for Hopkinton. And Rob Needham into the game for Kearsarge with under a minute. Carl moves it quickly. That's Needham. All right, we have a sub, George Jala going off. Yeah, I'm going to pay a quick visit to the trainer, I think. Jack Chambers into the game. He's 6'3", junior. All right, 45 seconds to go in the period. Will Hopkinton play for the last shot, or will they take it right to the hole? Standifer gives a screen with Jacobson. Standifer underneath. Turnaround off the glass, doesn't go for Hoffman. Standifer on the putback. Batted around, still batted around. Finally, he is controlled by no one. Oberheim finally, 25 seconds to go. Milchick looking for a three, nothing there. Oberheim will take it. Rebound to Standifer, and he is going to put it back and draw the foul. It's on Jack Chambers, his first. Standifer will go to the line for two. Adrian McCarthy back in the game for Kearsarge. Standifer for the second. Doesn't go. Rebound taken by Milchick. 14 seconds. Oberheim. So plenty of time. Down to 9 seconds. Standifer on the screen. The corner. Down to 5. Somebody's got to shoot it. Milchick. And we have a 3-second violation on Hopkinton. Standifer did not get out of the paint. So less than a second. And they come up quickly to prevent Kearsarge from milking the clock. So we have completed one period here, 7-7. Good one going. Whitehead with 2. Brendan Elrick has 6. Make that 5. And for Kearsarge, Jala with 4. And Nolan Grant with 3. And if you're wondering about tournament action, there's no way these two teams could meet until the finals. They could not meet even in the semis. I believe the Hopkinton bracket goes against teams from the Seacoast. So if they were fortunate to get that far, they could not be into the finals. That would be certainly would be great for this area. Both coaches taking advantage of every second of this timeout between periods to instruct their teams. It has been up and down. Hard fought. Second buzzer. Come on, guys. All right, Hopkinton comes out. They've got Standifer and Elric out on the floor at the same time, along with Whitehead, Jacobson, and Hoffman. Kearsarge has got Chambers out there with Christian DaCosta out. Flanders, Grant, and Sam Carl. Jacobson on the dribble. Carl picks him up. Whitehead, 10-footer. Rebound, and I think Elric might have stepped on the line. It'll go to the Cougars. Carl bounce pass in the paint for Chambers. We'll get a foul. It's going to be on Brendan Elric. That's his first. Jack Chambers will get an opportunity for two here. He'll get another first opportunity at the foul line for Hopkinton tonight. For Kearsarge. Here, ball right to Elric. Still tied here, early in the second period. John Jacobson. Elric had the position on Chambers. Brandon puts it in. Sam Carl on the dribble, covered by Jacobson. Needham. This is Carl, big three-pointer. Sam Carl. It's a college three. 10-9 to score. As we said earlier, neither of these teams are afraid to put up the three. Out to Elric. His shot is blocked down there. Good D by Chambers. Over to Hoffman, covered by Flanders. Out front it comes to Jacobson. He'll take it. That's a three. 3 points to start the heat up here. 12-10 to score. Hopkinton on top. 6:36 to go. From the airy corner to Flanders. He wanted baseline. He wanted to into the paint, but this is Carl. Again being covered by Jacobson. Flanders thought about a three. Carl. Flanders. Rebounded to Chambers. Put back. Jack Chambers. Tied at 12. Jacobson looking for some daylight. Picked up the screen from Elric. No pick and roll. Out to Whitehead. Elric likes to take that shot occasionally. Not there this time. Rebound goes to DaCosta. Christian, the 6'2 senior out there now for Kearsarge. Still tied at 2. This is going to go right down to the wire, you think. Nice bounce pass underneath. Going to be a foul. Good feed from Carl. That should send DaCosta to the foul line. Going to be on Hoffman, his first. Gets the first one. That'll break the tie. Standifer takes a break, and back into the game, Owen Milchek. And Kyle Garrity checks in for Kearsarge. Rob Needham takes a seat. One shot here now for DaCosta. Well, it was off Chambers, apparently. There's two white jerseys there, and Jack. No, it is going to go to Kearsarge. DaCosta on the inbound, underneath their own hoop. He dropped it and picked it up, and don't know what happened there. Nolan just lost the handle on that one. So Hopkinton gets it with 5:37 to go in the half. At halftime, we'll run down the scenario of playoffs for both teams. For you Kearsarge fans, as well as the hometown Hawk fans. Jacobson. Whitehead. Working on Garrity. Jacobson off to Elric. Now both teams taking turns at little butterfingers here. Ryan Graham into the game for Jacobson for Hopkinton. Gary on the inbound. Sam Carl, as he's been doing most of the night, finds daylight, little hook, and they got him on the arm. That's Elric. No, it's going to be on Hoffman. That's his second. But that's the team fifth for Hopkinton. It'll send Carl to the line for 2. So far, Kearsarge 1 for 3 from the line. Hoffman takes a break. Oberheim into the game. Carl gets another. Doesn't go. Elric's got the board. 2-point lead. I think that's been the biggest lead. I don't think any team has led by more than 2 this game. From the foul line. Doesn't go for Oberheim. Board's cleared by Garrity. Cougars control. Carl with the ball up top. Sam spins it into the paint. Chambers called for traveling. Tried to control the ball, and as he did, he shuffled his feet a little bit. We have a timeout taken. 14-12. Kearsarge on top with 4:53 to go here in the second period from the Hawks Nest at Hopkinton High School. We have at least 2 more games here. The Hopkinton girls will play their playoff game here. If they win that, they're on the road for the rest of the tournament. So they have 1 more game here. The boys, the top seed in their division, in their bracket by virtue of the draw, and they will play here, and they will play here until they go to the Final Four if they win their games. I think they need 2 wins. Well, again, we'll go over that at halftime, which is 4:53 away. But one would think, looking at the field, that Hopkinton, that Kearsarge and Guilford might be 2 of the teams that might really contend. Hopkinton certainly could be considered a dark horse, but Kearsarge, looking at the records, Kearsarge and Guilford seem pretty strong. All right, Graham on the inbound. Michael Oberheim, senior, goes baseline, kicks it out. Doesn't go. There's a foul by Sam Carl over the shoulder. That'll be his first. And Whitehead will go to the line for 2. Hopkinton 2 for 6 from the line tonight. We get 2 for 7. Those are big misses in a close game like this. 1 more for Quinn. Got it. 1-point game now. This is Carl. On the left-hand dribble. Garrity. Stolen away by Whitehead. Quick hands. Quinn dishes it off. Blocked by Pillsbury. Good defense in the paint by Connor Pillsbury. And we come back the other way. It's been that kind of game the entire half. There's a 3-point attempt. Bouncing around, taken down by Whitehead. Hawks bring it quickly. Michael Oberheim. Milchek. And it's tied up. Costa and Elric tied it up, and it will be Kearsarge's ball. Will Cleveland into the game. 6'1" senior for Kearsarge. Pass underneath, tried to set up DeCosta. He saved it, but right to Milchek. It's okay to do that under your own hoop. Oberheim. It's been a tight defensive battle here. 14-13. Wants to go to Elric and does. Brendan's got a little bit of size. Turnaround. Yep. He had certainly had the size advantage on the 2 defenders that collapsed on him. 15-14 now. Hopkinton on top. Carl with it. Dishes it. Pillsbury blocked by Elric. They're going to call a foul. Number 2 on Brent. Pillsbury will go to the line for 2. 3 for 6 from the line tonight for Kearsarge. Jack Chambers back into the game. And Noah Gillis comes in for Hopkinton. Brendan Elric getting a rest with 3:12 to go in the half, and he's got 2 fouls on him. Pillsbury with another. Quickly on the ball, Oberheim. Kearsarge with the 1-point lead and the ball. The big guy is on the bench, though. Jacobson. Noah Gillis. Oberheim. Defense collapses. Now he spins in the paint. Turnaround. Hauled down by Carl. Pushing it quickly to Pillsbury. Pillsbury into Oberheim. That's an offensive foul. Connor Pillsbury picks up his first. Did a great job of getting position. 2:45 to go. This is going to go right down to the wire. Gillis. Gillis in the corner, covered by Pillsbury. Back out to Gillis. Into the paint, puts it up. He's called for traveling. Wasn't going to drop. It was falling into the hands of Chambers. Kearsarge with it anyways. Garrity on the inbounds. Carl he is down all night. Will bring it up across the timeline. Covered by Milchick. Another one of the Hopkinton seniors. He'll take it to the hole. Blocked. Gillis got a hand on it. Put back. Jack Chambers. 2 minutes to go. 1-point lead for Kearsarge. Jacobson wanted to take it. Chambers said no. Oberheim. Chambers with it. Off to Pillsbury. Good job getting back was Oberheim, preventing that break by Carl. Carl goes into the paint anyways. Hooks it up left-handed. Damn Carl. 3-point lead. Largest lead of the night for either team. 1:36 to go in the half. 3-point attempt. No good by Jacobson. Controlled by Kearsarge. They're starting to assert themselves on the boards, but again, with Brendan Elric out, they're taking advantage of it. 18-15 with 1:26 to go in the half. Hunter Boise into the game now for Hopkinton. Oberheim will take a breather. Kyle Garrity, 5'8" senior on the inbound. Goes way up top to Carl. Garrity had an idea, back to Carl. Gillis picks him up on the switch. Carl lets it go anyways. Around. Good inside position by Boise. Off to Milchick. Hunter Boise, all 5'9" among the trees there. Step back 3. Bang! Milchick. 18-18, under a minute to go here. Carl. Tried to get it to Chambers off his fingers. Hopkinton gets the ball with 49 seconds to go. This has been an outstanding first half. Jacobson. Ryan Graham out there. 40 seconds to go. Jacobson. 3-pointer, bang! Milchick and Fuego. 2 in a row. 21-18, 30 seconds to go. Carl will bring it down. Kearsarge looking for something here. An opportunity to tie with a 3-ball of their own. Jam Carl, he's got Needham out there with him. Carl picked up by Milchick, down to 14. Carl, Chambers sets up, diving for the ball, and going to Hopkinton. Had Milchick over there with a couple of Kearsarge players. Certainly we couldn't see it going on off, but So 6 seconds to go. Hopkinton has a 3-point lead. Boise around and out. Gillis, and he's fouled with 0.2 seconds to go. And we on Will Cleveland, his first. Noah Gillis at the line shooting 2. I'm not sure why we have not seen George Jallo back in. He went over to the trainer at one point, and he's been over there sitting on the bench. I mean, that is a huge loss out of the lineup if there's anything wrong with him. Both by Gillis. 5-point lead. That's the end of the half. 23-18 your score, so Hopkinton outscoring Kearsarge in that period, 16-11. 16-11. We'll take a break, and when we come back in probably 6 or 7 minutes, we'll take a look at the scoring, and we'll also take a look at the tournament scheduling for these two teams. 23-18, Hopkinton at the half. Or Conant. A win in that game would put them into a game on Saturday here against either Hillsborough, who's 1-8, or Messinic, who's 3-1. Now, the winner of that game would go to the Final Four. Now, the Kearsarge boys, 9-3 coming into this game. They will host Newport. Newport has had many games canceled, postponed. It's been kind of tough on them. And they will play at Kearsarge on Monday. Now, a win by Kearsarge would send them on the road to play Fall Mountain, the number 1 seed, but that doesn't mean a thing because it was all done by a random draw. Fall Mountain is 0-10. A win there would send Kearsarge into a game against either Stevens, who's 0-4, or Mascoma, who's 8-4 and has won 7 straight. And the winner of that game would go on to the Final Four. So Kearsarge would appear that their toughest game might be Mascoma, but they got a pretty good bracket. And for the girls on Tuesday, Hopkinton will host Conant. Conant is 10-0. They've beaten their opponents by an average of 26 points. So you talk about David and Goliath. And the winner then has to go play Monadnock, which is winless at 0-3. The winner there will play Hillsborough, who's 0-8, or Messinic, who's 0-4. So one would think that the winner of that Conant-Hopkinton game should have no problem going to the Final Four. Kearsarge girls are at Newport, and Newport 0-2, Kearsarge, I think, 6-5. And the winner will have to go and play Fall Mountain, which is 7-3. And they have a game against Stevens. The winner there plays Stevens or Mascoma for the right to go to the Final Four. So hope that helped out you Kearsarge and Hopkinton fans. Scoring for Hopkinton in that first half, Owen Miljek with a couple of threes for 6 points. Noah Gillis had 2 from the foul line. Quinn Whitehead with 3 points. John Jacobson with 3. Brendan Elrick led all scorers with 9. And for Newport, Sam Carl with 6. Jack Chambers had 4. George Jalla had 4 and left the game. Went over to see the trainer and has not been back. And that's huge for Kearsarge. We'll keep an eye and see if George is back out there. Nolan Grant had a 3. Christian DeCosta had a point. And they were able to shut down Chris Stanchfield, who's one of the tri-captains. He did not score a point. So there you have it going into the third period here, and it will be Hopkinton ball with a 5-point lead, the largest lead of the night for anybody. And for you Kearsarge fans, good to see George Jalla is back out there, along with Nolan Grant. Chris Stanchfield, Adam Reeve is out there, and McCarthy. And for Hopkinton, you got Jacobson. There's a steal, quickly, off to Reeve. You got Brendan Elrick out there, John Jacobson, a windmill check. Nolan Grant. Jala, covered by Elrick, tied up in the paint. Owen Miljek and Adrian McCarthy. And it will be Hopkinton, it'll be Kearsarge ball. Jala on the inbound. That one right into the arms of Elric. Tried to get it to Stanchfield with a quick layup and it went right to Elric. Milchek to Elric. Jala covering him. Turnaround off the glass. Elric gets his own rebound. Gets it off to Whitehead. That's going to be a foul on McCarthy. That'll be his first. Team first. Elric couldn't find the handle. He had Jala and McCarthy right with him. Just underway here. Third period action for you from the Hawks Nest. Jala, McCarthy, Elric covering. Jala again in the paint, kicks it back out. Nice save by Grant. Only has Milchek on him. 3-point shot, McCarthy. McCarthy finally breaks through with his first points of the night. That is the third three ball for Kearsarge tonight. Got the lead to 2. Milchek. There goes to Jacobson in the corner. Jacobson into the lane. Good hustle, a good save. Good save by Stanchfield. To Jala, back to Stanchfield. Jala. Stanchfield on the pick and roll. Rebounded by Oberheim. Jacobson moving quickly. Milchek off the glass. Doesn't go. Rebounded. Taken by Stanchfield. And lost out. Knocked out by Hopkinton. Only 3 points scored in this period so far. That's by Kearsarge. Owen Grant. Jala. Stanchfield loses control. It goes to Hopkinton on the turnover. Lots of coaching going on by both sides. Nate Camp for Kearsarge, Steve Signo for Hopkinton. And with a relatively quiet gym, you can hear it all. Burhan Kadane, 6'4" senior, set to come in. Give him some more size onto the boards. Out to Elric. Jala staying right with Elric everywhere he goes. He goes to the restroom. Jala's going with him. Bounce pass is intercepted by Grant. Back down the other way. Nice save by Oberheim. Off to Elric. Back to Oberheim. Milchek. Underneath. Shot by Jacobson. Put back Elric. Double figures for Brendan tonight. 4-point lead for the Hawks. McCarthy. Saved by Jala. And a little traveling music over there by Adam Reeve. Back into the game. J.J. Davis checking in. And now Burhan Kadane. And again, that'll give them another 6'4" body under the boards to work with Jala. Jacobson. Milchek has it taken away. Loose ball. Nice job. J.J. Davis wants it. Bounce pass to Jala. Well, that's Jala there. That was Kadane. Jala gets the shot away, and he is fouled. He'll go to the line. That'll be on Whitehead. That'll be his first. Kearsarge 1 for 5 from the foul line tonight. Sam Carl made the only point. Actually, DaCosta got one as well. Two for 9 is Kearsarge. Jala makes good on the first. He'll get another. Nails them both. 2-point lead now for Hopkinton, 25-23 as Jacobson brings it up. Milchek off the glass, can't get the drop. Nice tap by Elric to Milchek. Milchek, a little elbow into the chest of Stanfield. Got away with it. Oberheim had a notion. Open three, Milchek, bang. 3 of them. 5-point lead now for the Hawks. I often say you live by the 3, you die by the 3. But when they go in, they are pretty. Stanfield, a little tricky dribble. Bounce pass to Jala. And +1. Chance to make it into a 3-point play. And Oberheim picks up his second foul of the night. Standard into the game for Elric, getting a breather. 6'8", Brendan Elric. Standard at 6'4". Jalo with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Batted out to Davis. Stanfield for 3. Jala put back. Batted around, kept alive by Kadane. Lee Hopkinton ball. These guys are flying all over the court, both teams. You'd think it was a tournament game. 3:20 to go in the third period here. Whitehead in the paint, dishes it off. Sandifer fighting for it. Whitehead's got it, kicks it out, intercepted. Good defense. Moving it quickly on the intercept. Davis got it. Reeve, tap back up, no good. Rebounded by Standifer. Nice tap by Kadane. Didn't get the roll. Standifer finding Jacobson. Jacobson loses the ball. Picked up by Kadane. And a timeout taken by Kearsarge. Starting to look a little bit like a fire drill out there on both sides, but timeout taken by Coach Camp. We have 2:37 to go. 5-point lead, I think, was the largest lead of the night. That was by Hopkinton. They lead now by 3. Owen Milchek with 9 3-pointers. John Jacobson has 1 for Team 4. Sam Carl has 1 for Kearsarge. Owen Grant has 1. And Chris Stanchfield has 1. Good Division III basketball game tonight. Both teams heading into the playoffs next week. Kearsarge hosting on Monday. Hopkinton drew the bye, and they will play Wednesday here against Conant or Monadnock. And the Hopkinton girls, they've got a tall order, playing Conant here on Tuesday. I think they've won something like 32 in a row. They've beaten their opposition by an average of 26 points to go 10-0 this year. Yeah, they are a force. And I'm sure Coach Roy will spend a couple of sleepless nights thinking how he's going to handle that situation. But they certainly have nothing to lose. Yeah, it's great they were able to play and get into a tournament. So here we go. Kearsarge ball. In it comes to Stanchfield, one of the tried captains, along with McCarthy and Grant. Left-handed dribble. Kearsarge with a couple of big bodies out there now. Turn around. Here's good. Nailed it. Kadane. Kadane at 6'4", and Jala at 6'3". There's a three-pointer front iron. Picked up, bounce pass off the glass. No good. Trailing, picking up the rebound. Hoffman looked like a short, too. 1-point lead with 2 minutes to go. All right, the foul is going to be on Kadane. That'll be his first. Jack will inbound it. Nolan Grant into the game. And Stanfield coming out. Jacobson. Now to Whitehead. Whitehead, one-hander, good. Quinn Whitehead. Quickly down left side, goes to J.J. Davis. Minute 30 to go here in the third period. Good defense, Jacobson. George Jala. Hoffman picks him up. Minute 17 to go in the period. Cadane wants the ball. He has got Milchek with him. Looking for a screen from Jala. Pointed no good. And it's saved. Saved by Oberheim. And it's going to be a held ball as Jacobson dives on it. Who's it going to go to? The sign is under me, so it's going to go to Hopkinton. With just under a minute to go here in the third period, they lead by 3. Been a good one. Hope you've enjoyed it at home. Hopefully next year you'll be here. Moving quickly is Jacobson. Thought of a three-pointer. Whitehead. Bobby Hoffman. Back out to Jacobson. Kearsarge certainly has the size advantage right now. Bounce pass intercepted by Jala. And stolen back again. Good hustle by Whitehead. Jacobson with it. 30 seconds to go. Cadane comes out to play him. Milchek into the paint. Throws it up. Intercepted in the air by Jala. That's going to be a foul on Whitehead, I believe. No, it's a hell ball. 30-27. And it should go to Kearsarge at this point. So they got 19 seconds to get down there. Nolan Grant, 3 points on the night with the ball. Nate Camp does a lot of coaching during the game, no doubt about it. So does Insignor. Down to 6 seconds. Jala goes into the paint, lays it up, he's fouled. He'll go to Lyle, calling an offensive foul. Calling an offensive foul. Oh, and Mike Oberheim took one for the team right there. That's first on Jala. 3.3 seconds. Whitehead. Close, but no cigar. So the period ends with Hopkinton leading 30-27. They were outscored in that period 9-7. 7 in the first, 11 in the second, and 9 in the third for Kearsarge. Hopkinton 7 in the first, 16 in the second. They had a big second period and 7 in the third. So we go to the final period. Hopkinton with a 3-point lead, and I believe they led by 5. I think that was the largest lead of the night. So it should be a photo finish here. Something we certainly expected with these two teams. They played 2 tight ones already at Kearsarge. Now here at the Erie, Hopkinton looking to close out the regular season with a win if they can. Wouldn't it be great to have these two teams in the D3 finals? A long way to go, but it would be it'd be great. So Hoffman and Whitehead, Oberheim, Jacobson, and Milchek at 6'4", the tallest Hawk out there now. Adrian McCarthy, George Jala, Nolan Grant, Chris Stanchfield, and Sam Carl to start the final period for the Hawks, for the Cougars. Here we go. Hoffman had a thought. Nothing there from Milchek. Tight defense. In the paint they go to Oberheim. Out front, Milchek. Corner to left, Whitehead. Into the paint, puts it up, gets the bounce. Quinn Whitehead. 7 points, 5-point lead again for the Hawks. Lots of time to go here. Sam Carl. Man-to-man D by the Hawks. Milchek playing him. Whitehead going for the steal. And picked up his second foul of the night. A good effort. Not a shooting foul. Stanfield on the inbound. Nolan Grant has a three ball tonight. McCarthy. Little backdoor cut. John Jacobson. The Cougar bench chanting defense. No check. Oberheim left of the key. Nothing there for him. Hoffman right into the arms of Grant. Pushing it quickly for Jala. Back quickly as Hoffman. Got a blocking foul. That's Hoffman. If you shut down that baseline and your foot is out of bounds, you're going to get a blocking foul every time. McCarthy looking to inbound. It's into Stanfield. Hustling back is Sam Carl. Backcourt violation. Connor Pillsbury getting set to come back into the game for the Cougars. Stanfield takes a seat. Oberheim on the inbound. Kearsarge a man-to-man. Now they switch. Whitehead. Old check. Gets it into the big guy, Elric, who's back in. Turn around, bouncing around. Put back. There's a block. And a travel. Good block on a shot by Whitehead. I'm not sure which one of the Cougars got their hand on it. There was a bunch of them down there, but... all right, Cougars with the ball trailing by 5. Carl being watched by Milchek. Stand to his left, into the paint. A block by Elric on a shot by Jala. And he got the body. And Brendan picks up number 3. Jala is 1 for 3 from the line tonight. As someone I know famous once said, this is free money. Big rebound by Elric, saves it. Good hustle to Jacobson. Still a 5-point lead, 6 minutes to go. John Jacobson directing traffic out front. Elric. And Whitehead. Drives the lane. Puts it up. Rebound. Rolled by Oberheim. Milchek over to Whitehead. Elric wants baseline. Jala doesn't get the drop. Rebounded by Whitehead. Batted away. Picked up by Carl. Here come the Cougars. Sam Carl holds it up. Into the lane. Dishes it off. Nolan Grant back to Carl. He'll put up a 3. Not there. Rebound to McCarthy. To Jala. Quick ball movement. Pillsbury. Nolan Grant. Now they'll reload. Hitting the 5-minute mark here. Sam Carl running one-hander. I think Milchek might have got a piece of it. We have traveling on Kearsarge. This has been a good one. Quinn Whitehead again wants some of that paint. Milchek, Oberheim, Elric. Got Jala on him. He'll take the shot from the foul line. It doesn't drop, batted around. Here comes Carl. McCarthy, Jala. George Jala. 10 points for George. 3-point game. They certainly missed him. He was out for a long period of time. Baseline, Quinn Whitehead found the hole, and he's got 9 points. 5-point lead still. We're down near the 4-minute mark as Carl brings it up for the Cougars. Crafty sets a screen. Oberheim. Nice job, Pillsbury getting back to prevent the easy two. Stanfield back into the game, and Nolan Grant out. Hopkinton with the ball and a 5-point lead, 4 minutes to go. Milchek out to the big guy. Elric puts it around and in. That looked too easy. 13 points for Brendan Elric. Largest lead of the night for Hopkinton at 7. And Carl had a notion. Stanfield threw it up. We got a couple players down there. It's one of the Kearsarge players is definitely in a little distress down there, holding his knee. All right, that's going to be on Elric. That's 4 on Elric with 3:40 to go in the game. Now decisions for Coach Signor. And does he stick with Elric? Connor Pillsbury kind of gingerly walking over to the trainer. Stanfield will get 2. McCarthy out. Rob Needham in. Stanfield with 1 more. Got it. 6-point game with 3:40 to go. Lots of time. Brendan Elric still out there with his 4 fouls. Oberheim. Turnaround jumper. Front iron. Carl picked it up, pushing it quickly. George Jala. Stanfield, right of the key, jumper. Picked up by Oberheim. Oberheim holds it up. He had Milchek running with him on the right wing, but here's a sea of blue in between. There's a jumper outside. Elric on the rebound, reloads. Milchek into the paint. Foul is on Stanfield. That's number 5 on him. Number 3 on 55. Team 4th. Milchek on the inbound into Jacobson. Just under 3 minutes to go. Jacobson. Oberheim had a thought for a 3. Whitehead goes to the lane and can't control. Off the fingers. Timeout taken by Coach Camp. So Coach Signor taking a chance and leaving 6'8" Brendan Elric out there with 4 fouls. But you think he would almost have to at this point. Each of the Kearsarge losses this year have come against Division II. No one in Division III has been able to beat them. Both Hopkinton and Kearsarge had good seasons against D2 competition, each going 5-3. So here we go. Fasten your seatbelt for the final 2:45. Hopkinton leading on their court by 6, but lots of time left. Certainly have to think that the time that George Jalla was not out there had to hurt, but that's behind us at this point. He's out there to inbound the pass. 6'3" junior into Sam Carl. It'll be Elric covering Jala, and you have to think Coach Camp will have them go right at Elric, trying to bounce pass and send in Jala out of bounds. They're going to go right at Elric and see if they can get that 5th foul. Meanwhile, Hopkinton in no great hurry at this point. 2:30 to go. They want to try and ice it too soon, of course, but I don't think you're going to be throwing up any threes at this point. Spin move in the paint. Nothing there. Batted away. Loose ball. What do we got here? They sort it out. Foul is on Stanchfield. That's his fourth. 4 on Stanchfield. Inbound will be Miljek. Not sure what's going on beneath me under the nest. I told Athletic Director Dan Meserve they need to gussy this place up a little bit next year and make it look like a nest. Get the Hawk up here. We plan on having this place banged out next year. All right, I think we're ready to go. 2:12 to go. Big possession for Hopkinton with a 6-point lead. Miljek looking. Out to Elric. He's got Jala on him. Goes baseline. Elric puts it up and in. Big bucket. Brendan Elric. 8-point lead. 2 minutes to go. Sam Carl loses possession momentarily. Jala wants to go on Elric. Throws it up. No good. Elric's got the board. That was a big defense right there. Minute 48 to go. 8-point lead for the Hawks. Looking to become the first Division III team to knock off this very good Kearsarge team. Off it goes to Jacobson. Elric from the foul line. No good. Rebound out off Stanchfield. Nice playground move by Quinn Whitehead. Banging it off Stanchfield. And Hopkinton gets the possession. That was huge right there. Minute 32 to go. And Coach Camp wants a timeout. Two good coaches. It's kind of like a chess match here tonight. We hope you've enjoyed it. You folks in Hawkland undoubtedly certainly enjoying the lead right now. And you folks up in North Sutton and up in Kearsarge too. And I'm sure you'll be able to listen to Bubba and Ben do your game against Newport next week. Minute 32 to go. 38-30. Brendan Elric with 15 to lead the Hawks. 10 points for George Jala to lead Kearsarge, and you consider George was on the bench for a good period in the first half. I'm not sure if it was a minor injury or what it was, but his absence certainly was missed. So here we go, a minute 32, and the Hawks up by 8. Miljek on the inbound. They stack it up. Now it comes to Jacobson. At some point, Kearsarge might think about committing a foul. They've got a couple to give. They got one to give. And it's stolen away. Nearly stolen back. Good job by Jacobson. Here's a 3-point attempt. Bang! Sammy Carl. It's a 5-point lead. A minute 13 to go. Full court pressure. Oberheim throws it cross court. No check. No foul yet. We have a foul. I think that's going to be on George Jala. That'll be number 2 on him. Yep, pressure 3 by Sam Carl. What a nice shot. 9 points for Sam. Owen Grant, who has had a 3 coming in for Pillsbury. So the 5-point lead, a minute to go. And it'll be Miljek inbounding it. They'll put Stanchfield on the ball. And Whitehead. Now they double it. Get it off to Elric. Elric to Whitehead, and he is fouled. And Sam Carl picks up the foul. Whitehead will go to the line. Well, actually, they had one to give. That is number 7 on the team. Only second on Sam. So Whitehead has 1 and 1. He is 1 for 2. And these are the shots, wins games right here. Puts games away. Whitehead gets it. Double figures for Quinn. This is the second. Rebound to Milchek. Big board. Timeout taken wisely by Signor. They had Milchek tied up in the corner. 6-point lead. But with the 3-ball in your arsenal, it's doable, certainly for Kearsarge. Sam Carl has 2 threes. Nolan Grant has a 3. And Adrian McCarthy has a 3. And for Hopkinton, Owen Milchek has 3 threes, and John Jacobson has a 3. But it's Hopkinton ball. This is the chess match we talk about. Steve Signor for Hopkinton. Nathan Camp for Kearsarge. 2 good coaches. Great respect for each other. It was nice to see the JV after the JV game. The kids shaking hands. It's just a nice rivalry. Very competitive. So here we go. Let's see what happens here. Hopkinton with the ball and a 6-point lead. And 41 seconds showing on the clock here at the Erie. Owen Milchek will inbound. They've got the ball handlers in there. And it comes Whitehead. Kicks it back out. Just barely got it in before the time was up. And they double team and they foul Milchek. Needham and Grant. That's number 1 on Grant. And Milchek shoots a 1 and 1. First time to the line tonight. He has 9. That makes it a 3-possession game. That makes it difficult not impossible, but difficult. It's now a 3-possession game. Two pressure free throws for Owen Milchek. 8-point lead, 35 seconds to go. They're going to hustle the 3. You're sure that's a big, huge 3. Rob Needham. 27 seconds to go. Full court pressure. Don't go away. 5-point lead. And quickly, Grant commits the foul. This is just good coaching right here. And a heck of a shot by Needham. That's on Grant. That'll be his second. This is the finish we talked about. We knew it was coming right down to the wire. Jacobson will go to the line for a 1 and 1. Kearsarge is going to have to get the board, get a 3, and get pressure. Rebound hauled down by Stanfield. 20 seconds to go. Someone's got to toss up a 3. Over it goes to Needham. Sam Carl puts up the 3. Long rebound, Elrick's got it. Off he goes to Milchek. Jacobson narrowly loses it. 5 seconds to go. Back to Milchek. And that is going to do it. Hopkinton 41, Kearsarge 36. They become the first Division III team to beat Kearsarge this year. Hopkinton with 11 points in that period. And 9 points for Kearsarge. Quickly running down the scoring for you. Sam Carl had 11 points. Jack Chambers with 4. George Jalla had 10. Rob Needham with 3. Nolan Grant with 3. Christian DaCosta had a point. And Adrian McCarthy had 3. Stanfield had a point. And for Hopkinton, Owen Milchek with 11. Noah Gillis with 2 points. And Whitehead had 10 points. And John Jacobson with 3. Brendan Elrick ended up with 15 to lead all scorers. So there's your score. Again, the JVs winning their game for Hopkinton earlier tonight, 43-24. The Varsity winning here, 41-36. And we certainly wish the Hopkins and the Kearsarge team all the best in the playoffs. And, hey, let's hope. Maybe we'll see them in the finals. Come on back on Tuesday. The girls will be playing Conant, I do believe, and we'll have the boys on Wednesday, Conant or Monadnock. So that'll do it for us tonight from the Hawks Nest. This is Jim Rivers saying so long from Hopkinton High.